Good afternoon. My name is Jason Clark. I'm the Chief of Staff for the Texas Department of Criminal Justice. Carl Buntion was executed tonight for the 1990 murder of Houston police officer James Irby. A lethal dose of pentobarbital was administered, and 13 minutes later, he was pronounced deceased at 6:39. Prior to the lethal injection, Buntion did make a last statement, and I'll provide you with that lengthy last statement, but I'll summarize it now. He thanked his friends. He addressed the Irby family, acknowledging that he was the killer of their father and of her husband, and he expressed remorse for those actions. And then the lethal injection then proceeded, and he was executed. This was the first execution in which an inmate's spiritual advisor was allowed to touch and pray during the execution, and there were no issues that took place with that. Buntion was the first inmate to be executed in the state of Texas this year. At this time, I'm now going to pass this over to Maura Irby, the widow of James Irby.
First, I want to thank the Houston Police Department for their support and kindness and love for the last nearly 32 years. I know that Jim, like I, am so proud of our children and the strength and the fortitude and resilience that they've shown all this time growing up without him. I can only say that it was an amazing feeling, and I felt like I took the deepest breath I've been able to in the last 32 years, and I feel joy. I'm sorry that someone died, but I didn't think of him as a person. I just thought of him as a thing, as a cancer on the face of my family. So I also want to thank everyone here at the prison and Janice with the Victims Assistance. They have been just wonderful in helping us along. I also want to mention that there were a lot of good things that we made happen and come out of Jim's life. And other than that, I still miss him 32 years later. Thank you for being here.
This time, I'd like to introduce Kim Ogg, the Harris County District Attorney.
And I'd like to invite up the Chief of Police, Troy Fenner. I'm Kim Ogg, Harris County DA. I'm with Chief Troy Fenner of HPD. We're proud to support the Irby family, and we're glad that after 32 long years, justice has finally been done. Until his dying breath, while Carl Buntion said he had remorse, he claimed it was a shootout. He never accepted total responsibility for his actions, not before this family and not before our Lord. Carl Buntion was a career criminal when he graduated into sex offending and became a child rapist. After that, he became a cold-blooded executioner of James Irby. There was no shootout. There was a murder of an officer in full uniform in the line of duty who left his family that day. There was no one to touch him during his dying moments. There was no one to say a prayer for him. God rest the soul of James Irby today.
Thank you. Real quickly, I'm proud to stand here with the family and just here in support. And thank God after 32 years, some sense of closure and moving forward. But what's significant to me as the chief and all other law enforcement leaders, we will forever stand by our survivor's family. And that's the truth. And that's a promise to the very end. So thank y'all for being here. And what a strong family. What a strong family. 32 years. So thank y'all.